Yeah, it's good. It's good to be back. I sort of followed the boys last year, and they had a really good year, and it's good to be back and part of it again, and looking forward to a good year again.
Does it feel like you've missed much back around the boys?
Not really. The squad's changed a little bit as it does, but everything's pretty similar. Same coaches, same sort of structures, so not much has changed really. So yeah, it's nice to come back to those sort of environments.
What was it that made you want to come back here?
The Brumbies is always a great place to play, so it was always in the back of my mind to come back. Family was a big reason as well, so I've got a young family, and that just made it easy for me to come back as well.
Tell us a bit about, what you learnt from your time overseas.
So I had a year in Munster, then a stint in Montpellier in France. So very different game over there. It was a lot slower, sort of probably more physical, very forward-oriented game. So at times it was tough for backs, but it was sort of one of those things you got to adapt to. And once you do that, it's okay. But looking forward to getting back into Super Rugby again.
Did you feel your time overseas has really helped you develop as a player?
Probably, yeah. I've probably learned different aspects of the game that sort of were new to me. It was hard to adapt to at first. It was just very different. It was a lot slower. The ball doesn't really come out to the back, so you got to go looking for the ball a bit more. Very forward-oriented game. So it was new to me, but it sort of takes a while to adjust. But once you get the hang of it, it was okay.
Was there a thought that it continue on in Europe, or was it just the lure of family and obviously another chance to play Super Rugby that brought you back to Australia?
I sort of said to my agent I was looking at staying or coming back to the Brumbies, so I was sort of a choice between the two. But I loved my time here when I was at the Brumbies, and I knew a lot of the guys were still here, and it was a really strong environment and good team going forward. So it was just appealing to me to come back, and it was good timing, and it worked out well.
Is there a thought, obviously, next year, there's a couple of guys that are already announced they'll be leaving at the end of next season. Is there a thought that, next year is really the one the guys really have to make a big push to win the title? Because, 2017 could be a vastly different looking squad.
I guess we're not really looking forward to 2017. I mean, next year, a very strong squad. We've been thereabouts the last few years playing finals. So, this year the squad hasn't changed too much. It's going to be strong. A lot of depth. Guys are really fit and going well at the moment. So, we're going to hopefully be up there this year.
You've obviously gone over to Europe, and there's a lot of guys now. Matt Tamil is obviously one who's going over at the end of next season. Like how much of attraction is playing football in Europe?
I guess that's one of the great things about rugby is you can sort of experience the world and travel to different parts that you'll never see while you're playing in Australia. So it is a big attraction, and I do see why guys do it. But I mean, playing in Australia is great as well. Super Rugby is different to the rugby you play over there, so it's always appealing to come back home once you've been over there as well.
You've obviously now played both, like obviously playing Europe and playing here. Do you sort of know which is the highest standard of competition?
It's honestly impossible to compare. Like they're so different, the games. They're ref differently. The pace is so different. Just the structures and the way it's played is very, very different. It's just honestly too hard to compare. One's a lot quicker, one's a lot slower. Yeah. It takes time to adjust to both of them coming back and going over. So, yeah.
How do you think we go about keeping the best players in Australia? Is it just a matter of providing more money to players, or finding different revenue streams to pay them more? Is it as simple as that?
It's a tough question. It's really up to the individual, I reckon, these days. Each individual is going to have different motivations and motives for going overseas or staying. So it's a tough question, and I guess that's up to the individual what they want to do going forward.
You've got obviously I think you played 50 caps here with the Brumbies. You're pretty experienced. There's a few other experienced guys. You sort of feel like you can mentor some of the younger outside backs coming through?
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, it is quite an experienced squad now, but there's a lot of guys that are away with Wallabies time off and stuff now. So we've got a lot of academy guys and club players coming through. So, hopefully I can help out and give advice and help them around the park, where I can.
Do you sort of feel that, I suppose, in the next 6 to 8 weeks, while until the Wallabies guys really come back in January, to sort of help out the young blokes then?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, all the guys are here to learn, so am I as well. So, we need leaders to help these guys, and hopefully I can help out there.
Obviously, a spot in the starting 15 is what you're aiming for next year?
Yeah, always. I think all the guys here are aiming for that starting 15. So there's a lot of depth, and guys are pushing each other hard. So, that's definitely the aim.
What was the position? Were you playing mainly outside centre when you were here, or on the wing?
12, 13. So 13 and mainly 12, 13.
Okay. Can you play a bit of fullback as well? Has that been something
I haven't played there for quite a few years now. I've mainly just been playing centre, but like I'm happy to play wherever I need to be.
Yeah, there also might be a bit of an opening there with Jesse Mogg having left. Do you think fullback might be a spot you can play? Or?
I don't know, to be honest. I honestly haven't played there for about 10 years. I've been training at centre, but I don't know what Bernie's thinking. He likes to mix it up a bit, so who knows? He might see me back there. I don't know.
Who knows, mate? All the centres at this stage.
No, there's a few centres floating around the team. There's a few fullbacks. All the guys are pretty adaptable to most positions, so it's pretty open and it's anyone's spot really.
Yeah, good stuff.
Tim, did you want to?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. How are you?
Not too bad. What's the reason for coming back?
I guess I was interested in the staying overseas. One club will come back to the Brumbies. He's down to those two clubs, and the Brumbies is very appealing to me. I really enjoyed my time here before. I knew the coaches were very good. It was a strong squad, and Canberra just appeals to me. So it's quite an easy transition and choice.